Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're having a lovely day wherever you are in this crazy world. Now, I'm about to talk about Meghan and Harry just a little bit, just a teeny bit, because it's Emmy day, okay? Where like all these nominations are coming out, different shows are getting nominated or not getting nominated, and it's a whole thing, kind of, sort of. But it's a thing because if you remember, Harry and Meghan released their docuseries via Netflix, and I think they have like a deal with them and this, that, and other. And they released it. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people had stuff to say about it. You know, all of this, all of that, and it created a lot of conversations. There was some stuff said that, you know what it is. It didn't really get the reception that I guess they wanted, and it definitely did not get nominated for an Emmy. And I'm just like, dang. I see this article here: Prince Harry and Meghan Markle Netflix docuseries snubbed by Emmy voters. Where do we go from here, Meghan and Harry? Like, this is rough. This is rough because you've got, like, I saw that Vanderpump Rules, you know, like the reality TV show on Bravo, got like 2 nominations. Selena Gomez, her docuseries on Netflix, I believe it was, also got a nomination for an Emmy. Like, it's just, and then for them not to, dang on RuPaul, he got 9 Emmy nominations. Rihanna's Super Bowl performance got 5 nominations, and Harry and Meghan's docuseries got none. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's not a big deal. But if you sit down and think about it, and especially if their team sits down and talks about it, which I'm sure they have to be. I mean, come on, this is not good for their image in any previous business, you know, that they're going, not previous, any future business that they think that they're going to try to do. It's going to be hard to do that. Having an Emmy nomination under their belt would help a lot of money come through those doors. And I just feel like it's thing after thing after thing where people are just like, it's really sad. Like, a lot of people got nominated, y'all. Abbott Elementary, they got 8. Does it say 8 Emmy? Yes, they got 8. The fact that Rihanna's Super Bowl for performance, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know they did like performances and stuff. 5. This is not good for them. The Hocus Pocus 2 got 3 Emmy nominations. Oh Lord, like, it doesn't look good for them. It doesn't, and it's just giving and adding fuel to the fire. And I really think that it is Hollywood also, and I hate to say it, shutting them out in a way. And that has to be a difficult, like, place to be in, you know, where you're shut out from your family and at home, the royal family. They're saying absolutely nothing, going on about their business, doing this, doing that. You're in Montecito, and now Hollywood and LA is like, we're not going to give you an Emmy nomination. And then over like July 4th, they were at the parade, and I talked about it, how Harry was pictured with the little girl, Lilibet, right? And then some other video came out with like Meghan standing over there, and it looked like she had a child there, but it was going really fast. Whoever had their phone, they may have been in a vehicle or something. But, and I was like, I remember saying before, like, oh, if they showed their kids, maybe that can get them on the right track. But like, it didn't. Like, we saw their kids, they were out and about. That's all everybody has been screaming about. And even still, that's an issue. They don't think it's real. They think it's a switched out child. And then they're commenting on, you know, the color of her shoes or tights that are similar to Charlotte when she was young. It's just, it's a very tough position to be in if you're Meghan and Harry. I really, it's a lot. And I know people don't like them, but just from a stance of like, who's like, I guess people are going to say it's their own fault. I just wish it could have gone a different way. You know what I mean? If Hollywood shuts you out, you know, maybe you can go the charitable route. You can't do your royal duty, so now you're, you know, sitting here in Montecito with these titles and can't do anything with it. It's like the royal family has secretly like came through and like told people to blacklist them. Like, I don't doubt they have the power to do that. I'm not saying that's what happened. I think that they do share fault in a lot. As like I've been delving into all of this over time, I do see where they could have gone different ways to have a different outcome, and they probably wouldn't be in the position that they are now. Backtracking on the whole, you know, saying the racist comment and then backtracking on it wasn't good. Like, that didn't help. For sure, this whole New York car chase thing, that for sure didn't help and was probably like the last straw for some people. It just, the book, it's just, I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. And I think that a lot of people are probably really happy about it over across the pond in the palaces, and they're just, you thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side, and is it? I really wonder. I know I've said it before. I really wonder if they regret it. Netflix mega hit docuseries on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle failed to earn any Emmy nominations this morning, a snub that presumably will delight critics of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Yeah, like, I know that they're over there celebrating. My timeline has kind of gotten out of the Meghan and Harry stuff, and because I haven't been like interacting with that type of stuff, so I guess I need to get back on that timeline somehow. I'm sure I'll get there. But I'm sure they're over there just rejoicing over them not getting an Emmy. The 6-part series, Harry and Meghan, directed by Liz Garbus, was under consideration for outstanding documentary or nonfiction series. The Emmy oversight is particularly glaring because the series scored extraordinary numbers for Netflix. Like I said, everybody was watching it, racking up the second most viewing minutes of any documentary program on the streaming platform, behind The Tinder Swindler. So it is glaringly, it's like, it's definitely a statement. As bad as it is, it's a statement by Emmys, by Hollywood, whatever. Like, how is that an oversight when they got all the other ones that I listed? How is that an oversight? I don't know what they're gonna do, you guys. I'm still wishing them well. I don't, like, they're a young couple. They're trying to work it out under immense pressure and stress and just all of this, all eyes on them, but in the worst ways. Everybody's wanting to see them fail, rejoicing in that. Not everybody. There's some people who, you know, still like them. But there's a lot of people who want to see them fail, who want to just see them disappear. I don't know what the people want. Maybe they want them to just give up their titles and just go to Montecito and never be heard of again. Just willingly give them up. And would that make everybody happy who is upset with them? Like, I don't know. I just don't know what they do. I don't know what they do from here. And I would, sometimes it takes, I wonder if Harry is of the mind, or if he would have it in him to be like, sometimes you have to put like your ego aside and like call up his brother and be like, Can we just talk? Can we? Because we're all humans. We make mistakes. We don't do everything perfectly. Like, this is our first time around this track. Like, you know, we're all learning as we go. And I just think I don't know. I'm rambling now. But I did get this magazine from the store. I actually wanted the Johnny magazine, and I'm going to go to the store tomorrow, so maybe I'll see it. But this magazine says, Meghan and Harry, our side of the story. This is the July 10th issue. What's today? The 12th, so it's 2 days old. Our side of the story: lies, mental health, and getting axed. Meghan's surprising rebanding plan. Money is becoming a big problem. Their famous friends and enemies list. They are doing so much. It says they're fighting back. So I'll see what they have to say about Meghan and Harry in here. So 2 things before I get into Harry and Meghan in the magazine. Why did I see, oh my gosh, and this is off the heels of Britney saying she's gonna have her book out in October, I think October 24th. Why do I see, and people are so shady, Jamie Lynn Spears' book, Things I Should Have Said, is in the Dollar Tree selling for $1.25. Like, it's just, that's all I'm going to say. That's her sister, and she could have fought a little bit harder for her. She definitely could have, and not used her money to be vacationing and living in her homes and doing all of that. And now her sister is putting out a book in which I'm sure she's going to tell it all. Cannot wait. But then I just, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. Things she should have said. And we all have things we should have said, but like, that's family. Like, that was your sister that you just let people control the entirety of her life. But another thing I saw, the Daily Mail put out this article saying Johnny Depp takes out $10 million home loan on West Hollywood Castle. So I was like, what the hell is this about? The headline says, oh, this was the headline that I saw the other day, but this is the actual article. So it says, Johnny Depp gets a little cash infusion as he takes out a $10 million loan to spruce up his West Hollywood castle after spending $650 million fortune on litigation. So they're saying he took out a loan to spruce up his home. A $10 million loan to spruce up his home. How do y'all know? That's what I want to know. I have no belief in it at all. But how the fuck do y'all know? It's so weird. How are y'all in somebody's bank account? Are loans public whatever? I know, like, court documents and all that stuff is public record. But are loans private loans that people have, and what they're doing? How does the Daily Mail know? And that is why I do kind of feel like they were hacking all the royal family's phones. I believe it. They may not have been able to prove it. They may not have been able to, have that evidence. But I believe it, because how do y'all know what the hell he has going on with his money? It could be that I'm ignorant and I don't know, because I'm not, like, I don't know about money, and it could be that that's all public record, but what the hell? So then our trusty Laura, the real Laura B, who keeps us knowing what the hell is going on factually, public filings show Johnny Depp has paid off any outstanding loan on his home. Do better at Daily Mail. So it is public record. It says, you know what side they're on. Someone said, you know what side they're on. They don't care to stick to the facts. All they're achieving is embarrassing themselves more and more. Someone said, oh, come on, Laura, stop ruining things with facts and evidence to back them up. Such a killjoy with the winky face. So, like, why always a spin? Why always a twist? So if that was the case, why not also add that he's paid off his loans? He's just been in court for I don't know how long. And the fact that he was willing to put his fortune on the line, even if it is $650 million or whatever, the fact that he was willing to put that much money to prove that he was innocent, to me, says something. It means to take all my dirty laundry, take all my fucking money, but all y'all gonna fucking know I did not do this. Period. 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 Okay, so let's get into Harry and Meghan and see what's going on with them. So this is the cover, as I was saying. Let me find the page. Have you guys been watching them just like that? I think it's cute. And I just love looking at their outfits. Okay, I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. This is their spread, and in touch it says canceled archetypes. Parting words. Meghan says she is proud of the series Archwell Audio and Spotify made together. Meghan and Harry fight back amid claims that their empire is crumbling. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are ready to tell their side of the story. So, we're going to see where their side of the story comes from. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. Ben Simmons didn't hold back. I wish I had been involved in the Harry and Meghan leave Spotify negotiation, the sports writer and Spotify executive rallied in his podcast on June 16th, following the announcement that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had mutually agreed to part ways with the streaming platform 3 years after signing a $20 million deal. The effing grifters. That's the podcast we should have launched with them. Goddamn. Harsh words, but he's not the only one who's super critical of the former senior royals. Practically everyone in Hollywood is talking about how Harry and Meghan's empire is crumbling, says a source. So that makes sense. If everybody in Hollywood is talking about how their empire is crumbling, not saying that this is actual, but given what we just saw with this Emmy snub, it could actually be happening, and they're like shunning them a little bit. Like, that sucks. That, like, it's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. People like Kelly Osbourne, Bethany Frankel, and Howard Stern have publicly slammed the couple amid speculation that their $100 million Netflix partnership is in jeopardy too. $100 million! They made so much bank, and I'm just hoping that they put some of that away. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they did. And I know Harry has money from his family, his mom, or what have you. And they've been working and they've been doing things here and there, so I'm sure they're fine. But it's so crazy how you can be so hot and at the top in a moment, and then just like that, like, people don't want to have anything to do with you. Like, it sucks. They were basically fired by Spotify, which is embarrassing, but Harry and Meghan are now fighting back by telling their side of the story, says the source. Yes, they've made mistakes, but have big plans for their next endeavor. Yes, I think that is clear. Like, they've made some mistakes and hiccups along the way, but who hasn't? All right, serious setbacks. They're the first to admit they struggled to find their footing in the wake of Brexit. Harry has opened up about his father, King Charles, cut him off financially and wouldn't take his calls, says the source. Scrambling to support themselves, the Sussexes quickly signed with Netflix in September of 2020, then inked the Spotify deal 4 months later. Damn, 2020 was a big year for them. They made $120 million like that in 2020. And now 3 years later, whew, I'm telling you, people could turn on you so quick. Wow. So, where was it? We hadn't thought about entering the streaming business, Harry, 38, admitted of the surprise move. I just needed enough money to pay for security to keep my family safe. But 3 years later, sources argued the pair didn't do enough to earn their hefty paycheck at Spotify. The company Archwell Audio produced the 12 episodes of Archetype. Business Insider suggests they may not get the full $20 million payout. Meghan, 41, has been accused of faking parts of the podcast, passing off interviews her producers conducted as her own. I did hear something about that. So, like, what do they, like, put a voice? So, like, it's actually somebody else talking and they, like, put her voice over it somehow? Technology is crazy. Like, those deep fakes. Like, I saw a video of what looked like Nicki Minaj and, like, I think Tom Holland, and they're, like, talking and doing, like, this skit, but it's, like, other people, but it has their faces and kind of sounds like them and definitely looks like them. Shit is crazy now. Like, you have to be so careful when you see videos and stuff. And that's why I kind of do like the little community notes that Twitter has now to like tell you what's real and what's fake. That has been helpful. But like, I did hear about this faking the parts of the podcast, and I'm just like, I hope that's not true. I just hope that's not true. One journalist exposed her lies by pointing out that she was interviewed by someone else, even though the episode was edited to make it sound like Meghan was reacting to her, says the sources. An insider adds the Spotify execs were forced to be much more hands-on than expected, and they didn't get much out of the partnership. Harry and Meghan have little to show for their Netflix collaborations as well. Aside from the explosive Harry and Meghan documentary, which we know did not get an Emmy nomination, which really sucks, and a series of the Invictus Games that still doesn't have a release date. They've been all talk and no action, says the insider. Well, it would be very hard, like, I feel like, okay, so I feel like it'd be very hard mentally when you have all this pressure on you, all these people don't fucking like you. I would feel paralyzed to want to do anything. So yes, when you were good and everything was popping, you take all these deals and stuff, but then things progressively are getting worse. You know people hate you, this, that, and other. And anything you say or do is a problem or an issue or creates some negative attention. I would feel paralyzed to want to do anything at all. But then again, if you're signing a deal and taking money like that, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. That's a lot of effing money. Oh my gosh. Meghan's passion project animated children's show Pearl even got canceled. I didn't even hear about that. Harry and Meghan clearly got in over their heads. Netflix may not renew their contract, they just didn't work out. They just didn't do the work. But Meghan bristles at the notion that they're just resting on their laurels. She's telling friends she prides herself on her work ethic and hates being labeled as an opportunist, says the source. She always has irons in the fire and ideas brewing. Unfortunately, they have yet to come to fruition. Signing with Hollywood super agent Ari Emanuel in May was a step in the right direction. I'm not even gonna put that out there. Something she should have done earlier, notes the source. Meghan is talking about how Ari has a lot of big plans for her that will be shared soon. It's all about rebranding now. Please do something, Ari. Like, do something. We need a hair salon or cardigan line, like a fragrance, like a little makeup, skincare, something. Like, have her do something. Rebrand it. Like, shake it up. Make it interesting. Be bold about it too, but make it so people can't look away. But talk about it in a way that it's not how they're talking about it now. Have her show up. I keep saying fashion, but like that, because that's what like I feel like I would do if I were in this situation. But have her do something, you know, like, Ari, please help. Looking to the future. Meanwhile, Spotify's Simmons continues to slam Harry. What does he do? Asks the exec, who is threatening to tell about an apparently damning Zoom call he once had with the prince to discuss podcast ideas. You sell documentaries and podcasts, but nobody cares what you have to say about anything unless you talk about the royal family, and you just complain about them. That is fucking rough. Experts expect the focus to be on Meghan, not Harry. She's looking to become a global celebrity influencer like her pal Gwyneth Paltrow, says the source. Rumors swirl that Meghan has signed with luxe fashion house Dior, which we know is absolutely not true. That was denied, says the source. But it didn't hurt that her name was out there in the connection with a prestigious brand. A deal like that would have been worth millions. Harry and Meghan need the paycheck. Money is definitely becoming a problem again, says the source, noting that proceeds from Harry's blockbuster tell-all Spare helped them keep afloat for a while. They'll do whatever it takes to maintain their posh Montecito lifestyle. Harry even agreed to do a public therapy session in March. I remember that. A 90-minute live stream event with trauma expert and author Dr. Gabriel Mady. Harry also teased that he might write another tell-all. Nothing is off the table, says the source. He and Meghan know their opportunities haven't gone as planned, but they're determined to stick it out and become a success no matter what. No matter what. They will be a success. And I want to see them be a success. I don't want to see anybody fail. You know? So these are their friends, I guess, and their enemies. They have this little chart. We've got the enemies over here in black, and we've got the friends over here. The foes and the friends. So the friends are Team Sussex, Gwyneth Paltrow. Meghan and Harry were spotted dining with the Goop Guru and her husband, Brad Falchuk, in May. Then we have Serena Williams, one of Meghan's oldest celebrity friends. The tennis icon was Meghan's first guest on Archetypes. Then Ellen DeGeneres, they're doing so much more good for the world, the former talk show host said of the Montecito neighbors. We all know about Ellen. We all know about Ellen. And then we have the enemies list, which is Kelly Osbourne. And I remember seeing that video of her telling Harry to suck it or something like that. Howard Stern, he says that they come off a bit whiny. Well, actually, he said they come off like whiny bees. And then Amal Clooney, really? Amal Clooney, George Clooney's wife, attended Meghan's baby shower, but they've had a falling out, says the source. How do they know that? I swear, these people be trying to get everything, every bit of tea. But that is what In Touch has to say, and the Sussexes will be being a success no matter what. They don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna fucking do it. And you know, I feel that. That's my mind frame. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna be a fucking success. Like it just sucks. I can imagine it being very hard to be them. Because yes, you have the name, the money, the fame and stuff, but it's kind of really went around a wrong route for them. And then you've got your family looking over there like, I told you so. So it just sucks. It sucks. And I want them to find something that sticks. And hopefully that, you know, agent helps them out. And with this rebranding, we'll start seeing things pop in. Stuff popping here and there, and of course we'll talk about it. But I will see you guys in another video. Think about liking, think about subscribing. If not, I completely understand, but I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your day. I'm gonna go take these lashes off, and I'll see you a little bit later. Bye.